All right, let's jump right in. We are about to break down the complete personality and life blueprint for anyone born on the super dynamic date of April 5th. So, if this is your birthday, or hey, maybe it's someone you know, get ready because we're about to meet the fearless explorer.
I mean, have you ever really thought about it? Your birthday is so much more than just a date on the calendar. It can literally be a map to who you are at your core, what your greatest strengths are, and maybe even what your life's purpose is all about. So what's the real story for April 5th?
So here's our game plan for this journey. First, we'll meet the fearless explorer and get to the heart of that identity. Then, we'll look at your cosmic blueprint, all the forces that shape you. We'll dive into your strengths and challenges, and then get into the really practical stuff: love, work, and money. We'll wrap it all up with your personal guiding symbols and your ultimate quest in life. Sound good? Let's go.
Okay, first things first. Who is the person born on April 5th? Well, at your very core, you are the fearless explorer. And this isn't just a cool-sounding label, it's the absolute essence of your energy and how you approach pretty much everything in life.
And here it is, the core of that explorer spirit. You're adventurous and incredibly versatile, always ready for whatever's next. Your independence is a huge part of you, and it's powered by a mind that thinks on its feet. And it's all wrapped up in this charismatic energy that just naturally pulls people in. You're basically a whirlwind of forward motion.
So where does all this powerful personality come from? Well, it's not random, that's for sure. It's actually forged by this really unique and potent mix of astrological and numerological forces. Let's break down your cosmic blueprint. It all starts with your foundation. You're an Aries, the very first sign of the Zodiac. Think of Aries as the spark, the big bang of the Zodiac, really. It is all about that pioneering energy, taking the first step, and just courageously carving out new paths. This is your fundamental drive. Now, on top of that Aries fire, you've got its ruling planet Mars, which just supercharges everything. Mars is pure fuel. It's the planet of ambition, of drive, of raw action. So it takes that initial Aries spark and turns it into this full-blown engine that's always pushing you forward. And now let's bring in the numerology. Your birthday, April 5th, gives you a life path number of 5. And the number 5 is the ultimate symbol of freedom, of change, adventure, and the ability to adapt to absolutely anything. It craves new experiences more than anything else. So, this is where the magic really happens. What do you get when you combine the pioneering, action-oriented energy of Aries with the freedom-loving, adaptable energy of the number 5? You get this incredible archetype, a bold explorer who isn't just moving forward, but is driven by an insatiable need for freedom and constant change.
But with all that incredible energy, well, there's always a flip side, right? And the intense power of an April 5th personality is absolutely no different. So let's take a look at the two sides of your dynamic nature, your greatest strengths and, your biggest challenges.
What's so fascinating here is that your biggest strengths and your toughest challenges, they're literally two sides of the same coin. For example, your incredible adaptability, that comes from the same energy that can make you feel restless. That boundless enthusiasm you have can sometimes lead to a lack of consistency. And your amazing courage, it can sometimes tip over into impulsiveness. So this isn't about good versus bad. It's about understanding that your challenges are often just your strengths turned up a little too loud.
And that brings us to what might be the central life lesson for everyone born on this day. This is the key. Your huge desire for freedom doesn't have to be chaotic. The moment you learn to channel it with some discipline, with a clear direction, your freedom becomes a powerful tool for creating amazing things, not just for escaping. Okay, let's get practical. How does this fearless explorer energy actually show up in the most important parts of your life? We're going to dive deep into relationships, your career, and your totally unique approach to money.
When it comes to relationships, you are an absolute thrill. Seriously, you bring so much excitement, spontaneity, and passion to the table. Life with you is never, ever boring. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. That deep-seated fear of routine. For you, love absolutely has to feel like an adventure, not like a trap.
So what do you need in a partner? Ultimately, it all boils down to freedom, stimulation, and someone who loves change just as much as you do. This is why you click so well with air signs like Gemini and Aquarius. They get your need for independence and mental connection. Sagittarius totally shares your thirst for adventure, and a fiery Leo can match your passion. A great relationship for you isn't about finding an anchor, it's about finding a co-pilot for your adventures.
Now, let's talk career. A 9-to-5 desk job where every day is the same? Yeah, that's probably not going to cut it for you, is it? You thrive in environments that give you freedom, movement, and variety. I mean, look at these fields: entrepreneurship, travel, sales, media. They all reward quick thinking, charisma, and the ability to pivot on a dime. You're built to be on the move, creating new ideas and inspiring people to act.
And your financial story is just as dynamic. On one hand, you have this incredible radar for spotting opportunities that nobody else sees, and you've got the guts to take risks. But on the other hand, that same impulsive energy can lead to spontaneous spending or maybe taking a risk without a solid plan. The key to financial success for you is to pair that bold vision with just a little bit of strategy.
So, with all this wild energy, how do you stay centered and aligned with your path? Well, the universe gives us a kind of personal toolkit, symbols and energies that vibrate at your specific frequency. Think of them as your personal cheat codes.
All right, check out your personal lucky dashboard. Notice how the numbers 5, 14, 23 all boil down to 5, your core number of freedom. The colors are vibrant and expressive: red from Mars, orange for creativity, and turquoise for clear communication. Even your element is fire, but with an air influence, which perfectly captures your mix of passionate action and curious intellect. This is your cheat sheet for tapping into your best energy.
And that brings us to the final, and honestly, the most important part of our journey. What is all this for? What is the ultimate quest, the grand purpose for the fearless explorer born on April 5th?
This right here, this is your mission statement. You are not here to live a small, quiet, careful life. You are here to dive in head first, to experience everything, to constantly transform. And in doing that, you inspire other people to live more boldly themselves. Your life is the message. And this is the ultimate potential. This is the final boss level, if you will. When you learn to harness all that restless, explosive energy, when you give it a direction and a focus, you don't lose your freedom, you actually amplify it. You transform from a restless wanderer into a visionary leader, a dynamic creator, and an absolutely powerful agent of change. So I'll leave you with this question. Knowing you have this incredible drive for freedom, for adventure, and for transformation, what are you going to do with it? You are a true force for change in this world. The only question left is, how will you direct your energy? If you would like a personalized full reading based on your birth date, you can request one using the link in the description or bio. Thank you for watching. Kindly like, follow, subscribe, and share.